What's going on, everybody? It's your man Unspoken Reviews, back again with another video of Star Wars The Acolyte, Episode 2, Revenge, Justice. Alright guys, so I know that it has been a rocky series that has just started. I know it's just been one episode, but I know fans and have been bashing the show. Critics have been liking it, but fans, Star Wars fans, we're a little bit more picky about what we like. Despite all this, I decided to jump back in for Episode 2, and I gotta say, despite, criticisms from fans, I didn't see it as a terrible episode. Like I said, we're only 2 episodes in, and I would like to reserve my judgment until this series has come to an end. So the episode opens at the Jedi Temple on the planet Omega. And something that I really like is that we're getting an idea of the Jedi are at such a height of power that we're getting to see all these different Jedi temples on all these different planets. I know most times when we see Jedi temples, it's usually on Coruscant, but I like that they're branching out and showing us other ones, getting us to see how other Jedi are interacting on other planets, and I've been excited about that. The episode opens with May. She has a young girl distract the droid security system at the temple. And when she's able to get through the security system, May comes in contact with an old Jedi Master, Master Torban. Now, Master Torban is in a meditative state at this point, and despite May challenging him to a battle the same way she did with Master Endara, Master Torban does not respond. May tries attacking him, stabbing him, doing everything to get his attention, but Master Torban is so powerful in his meditative state, she can't seem to break past the defensive barrier surrounding him. She ends up giving up and escaping before she can be caught. And next we switch over to Osha and the squad of Jedi Knights. Master Saul finds out that there has been some trouble on Omega, and Yord, who is being afraid that Osha may still have some type of involvement, is still reluctant to fully trust her, although Saul tells him to not let his fear overtake him, and the team decides to go to Omega, much to Yord's distrust of bringing Osha along. So next we get to see May again. She's kind of returned back to a kind of like a small store where we meet a new character by the name of Kamir. Now, Kamir is a pretty interesting character as we find out that he's been smuggling for the Hutts. But as he and May are talking, I noticed that Kamir kind of has more extensive knowledge of the dark side of the Force. He even displays some extensive knowledge of the Sith Code. And I find that very interesting because his character is coming off as just someone who is working with May, but the way he is speaking, it's almost as if he himself might be a dark side or a dark force user. I don't know if I was the only one that felt that way, but I found it kind of interesting how he speaks about the Sith Master. But not only that, but he refers to the Sith Master as a he. So we do understand who may be beneath that mask, or it could just be a misdirect, or maybe it's a possibility that Kamir is the Sith Master himself. I like it when, these murder mystery shows, they kind of have that who done it, who's responsible type of thing that goes along with their shows, and it really did shine through here. I definitely did like the chemistry between the two characters. Here it gives May a poison to take out Master Torban. And another thing that makes it interesting about his character is he understands exactly what May need to do to get through to Master Torban, because there are some Jedi that you cannot defeat with weapons, and sometimes their greatest weakness is absolution. And by that, he also means guilt. This also goes to evidence that Torban may be involved with whatever happened between May and Osha when they were children on their home planet. And, like I said, once again, the way Kamir talks, he talks as someone who has some extensive use of the dark side, knowing exactly what weakness is for the Jedi. Also, another tidbit, I noticed that May explained that she is not supposed to use weapons, and she asked Kamir to keep this quiet, which means technically she has already failed her first assassination attempt on Master Endara, and she may be just trying to sweep that under the rug to try to convince the Sith Master to train her anyway, which I don't think that's going to work out for her in the end. So we switch back to Osha and Saul is still apologizing to Osha for his failures, feeling like that he should have been more helpful in the past. I'm not sure if he means during the training period that they were together when Osha was a Padawan, or if he's referring more towards Osha's childhood. I think he may be referring to both, although Osha tells him that she's already forgiven him for that and that he needs to let it go. So May kind of returns back to Torben, and she convinces him to, take the poison, and she's trying to tell him that she's offering him a way out. Torben relucts, and he actually apologizes, saying that we thought we were doing the right thing. Now, that kind of makes me wonder exactly what he's talking about. But I also like that in this series, we're kind of getting to see the weaknesses of the Jedi. It's something that I think when we watch these series or movies, we always kind of instinctively side with the Jedi, believing that they're always right. But in this series, it has been hinted at that the Jedi do have a lot of mistakes that they make in the galaxy, and that they make some mistakes with their choices that kind of lead to more problems than solutions. And I like that Torben kind of admits to this, and he ends up taking the poison anyway. It's something I don't think we've ever seen in Star Wars before, where a Jedi relents and takes their own life for their failures. Well, so Osha is able to figure out that the poison that Torben has in his system the origin of that is kind of from her home planet of Brendai. Osha dresses up like May to make herself look more familiar to the store owner, and she happens upon Kamir. Kamir initially cannot notice that it is not May. However, with a closer investigation, he realizes that it is in fact Osha. The Jedi end up surrounding him, and though Kamir tries to play dumb, Saul does not fall for it and decides to stage a setup to capture May. Jackie returns to the ship. George stays above visual level to keep an eye out on the store, and Saul will confront May in order to stop her. We also get a very deep conversation with both Osha and Saul. Osha's feeling a ton of grief for the things that have happened, and she acts as if she wants to take May's life, though Saul can see right through that and convinces her that that is not the proper action. She goes against Saul's choice, and Saul begs her to trust in him and let him handle it. So in between the fight scene between May and Saul, Saul is trying to get inside May's head to find out who the Sith Master is that trained her. It is revealed that even May herself does not know who the Sith Master is. Saul also tries to tell May that Osha is alive, which Osha does not initially believe. The Jedi pull their trap around her and try to stop her, with Yord and Saul both confronting her, but May is able to escape using a dust cloud to evade their capture. And she is confronted by Osha, who has a clear shot at her but decides not to take it. I think that either she allows her to let go, or maybe her emotions overtake her and she just thought it was better not to take her in. But we also, at the end of the episode, but Kamir admits to knowing where Master Kelnaka is and the planet of Kofa. And so we also get a very last second scene of Master Kelnaka on Kofa having taken out some smugglers who are trying to break into her home. And that concludes the episode. So the pacing is still very slow. I won't lie about it. Despite this, I still like the episode. I don't feel Osha's conflict as much as I thought I would with May. It doesn't feel as strong, just considering how laid back Osha is throughout this situation. Like I said, it's the first 2 episodes. I'm pretty sure we'll see more as time goes on. I do like the chemistry in this episode between May and Kamir, although I do wonder how deep Kamir's attachment is to the Sith, given his knowledge. I still plan on giving the show its chance despite its problems. But as a fan, I can't deny some of the rude comments spoken by some of the stars and the showrunners and directors. They have ruined my faith in the show. And the franchise. I can't lie about those things. Despite that, I'm going to give it its fair shot. I don't find it cool to just watch 2 episodes and suddenly decide I hate it. I know a lot of people saying that episode 3 is going to be the make or break for the series. Despite that, I'm going to give it a fair chance. I hope you guys too. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.